Welcome to Talking About Noise, the audio show for your life. I'm your host, Art Moore.
The show for your musical life.
Your musical life.
Ah, you totally blew it.
Sorry, guys. I'm Art Moore. This is Eric.
And this is Art Moore.
Yeah, all right.
And this is Art Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm Eric Hansen.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're such a weirdo. Why are you doing this?
I have no idea. I just wanted to hold your hand under
We're
the table.
on YouTube now. This requires a higher level of professionalism.
You've seen all the videos on YouTube, right?
Seriously, it's hilarious what gets up there.
Yeah, like
on the
us.
YouTube. Like us. We're on YouTube. I don't know if you know this, but we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We're trying to figure out all the camera stuff because we have three very different cameras that we're using. We're using a GoPro and a very, semi-nice DSLR with its kit lens and a cell phone camera, which I am very impressed with. These cell phones and their cameras, that's some pretty good stuff.
Although you've seen that new Kodak commercial, right?
No,
I was about to
haven't.
say Kodiak. The Kodak commercial that's like, if you want this is good for your life. But if you want to be a professional, you need this.
So they've got a new kind of professional line of stuff they're trying to peddle, which is good.
To peddle.
Aren't we all peddling something?
Yeah.
I mean, we're peddling
our
fake
podcast.
internet points, right? Are we?
Do we get points?
I don't know.
Are there YouTube points? Do likes equate to points?
Don't subscribers equal to some sort of fake internet points?
Yeah, I guess that's like fake internet fame.
Yeah. It's like, are you famous? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. You're not famous. Well, I mean, it all depends on how you, think of it. But
yeah, we have our family night show. So we watch the show Little Big Shots.
Little Big Shots.
It's about these talented kids. Steve Harvey hosts it, whatever.
Oh, yeah. I
so
know
he invites these kids on, and he'll be like, this video has 3 million views. And I'm like, there are 7 billion people on the planet. 3 million is not that awesome.
Yeah, it's really small.
In the YouTube world, they're all like, 3 million, that's amazing. I love it. That's so awesome.
That is pretty amazing, though.
Yeah, see? There you go. See? He's
3
already
million,
blown away.
A little bit. I mean, 3 million views? Mm-hmm. Come on.
You realize his mom just put it on repeat over and over and over
That's
again.
not how the stats work on YouTube. They count one view, one person, one view. If you view it 6 or 7 times, she created 3 million different accounts to make that happen.
To make him feel better.
Oh, man.
I would do it for myself.
Moms would do it, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't do it for my kid, but I'd do it for myself.
No, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Well, my new YouTube video just came out today.
Oh, it did?
Yes, it did.
I'll have to check it out.
I'm surprised that you're not on social media enough to focus in exactly when I release something.
Let me pull it up right now, and I'll watch it while we're on the podcast.
We're going to talk about it a little bit here. It's part of my section.
While we're on
you'll see
is this going to be part of your production
it's
segment?
part of my production segment today. So we're going to talk about looping. We're going to talk about multiple instruments, and we're going to talk about how to edit this all so it looks presentable. That's all I'm going for is presentable.
That's all we care about at this point. It's presentable.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Speaking of, we're going to try this one more time. Cute puppies. This is going viral. See that?
I really do think that the cute puppies and the cute kittens are really going to help our viewership.
They are cute puppies.
Make sure in the description this week you talk about how many cute puppies we have.
Yes, we have.
On.
That's like 20 cute puppies. That's worth at least 20 viral points.
Yeah, exactly half 10. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, great.
I'm like Rain Man. You just drop some matchsticks and some toothpicks, and I'm gonna count them up.
So Art, I'm excited.
What are you excited about?
I'm so excited.
What are you excited about?
So I've been prepping a live show, right?
Right.
Just
yes.
me.
Machina, you, Reaper, a new Focusrite interface.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but just you.
I had an old friend contact me and be like, "Hey,
older than me? Oh my goodness! How old is this friend?"
Actually, she is older than you. Well, no, she's not older than you. As a friend,
she's been a friend longer than I have.
Whatever. You and your English.
Go ahead. I'm just joking.
She was like, "Hey, I really want to drum," and I was like, "Well, speak of the devil."
She's a drummer?
She's a drummer.
Nice.
And then she was like, we should hang out. And I'm like, guess what? I'm planning a live show, and we are going to play in June, so you better start getting ready.
Oh, man,
She's
that's
totally
awesome.
on board.
That's great.
So we'll see how that goes.
I'm sure she'll do much better than I did. Not that I did badly, but I just didn't have time.
You did great. You just quit.
I just didn't have time to put it all together. Family
Then we broke up,
obligations
and it was
stuff.
really awkward.
It was awkward. This right now.
Then
right
we had to get back together for the
before we hit
podcast.
record. It's always like this tension in between us.
Seriously.
Just like, oh,
should we
were
hug?
bandmates, and now we're not.
Shake hands?
Now he's going to be famous, and
Friend
one of us
zone
isn't
high
going to be
five?
famous. And
I don't know.
how does that work? What do we do? What do we do?
Yeah. Good week.
We're getting through it.
Anyway, I got... So, yeah.
All right,
Lots
let's
of
move
stuff
on.
going on. News.
To news, music news.
Welcome to the news segment for your musical life
That's right. Every week we bring you news.
that has already been published and you can find elsewhere on the interwebs, but instead you have chosen to listen to us break it down for you.
Well, and
which is far more vital.
We generally don't hit the big stuff. We're not going to tell you that Taylor Swift won big at the iHeartRadio Awards. We're not going to tell you that the ACM Awards were kind of a mess. We're not going to tell you that kind of stuff. We're going to tell you kind of weird stuff that we like.
The ACM Awards were a mess?
Well, they're just kind of boring.
Oh, yeah. All those award shows are boring.
Well,
Like, I struggle. I don't know.
I tuned in
I
to
can't watch
see,
the commercials on those things.
to see what's her name, who's the American Idol winner.
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. I saw her performance, and she got up on stage and very awkwardly played the drums while she, did her thing. And then she threw her sticks down and was like, I'm a multi-instrumentalist. Yeah.
She was dropping the mic. Like,
All right.
I'm
calm
a drummer,
down.
yo.
Yes, you can
Okay.
sing and you can hit something, but let's,
Right.
all right.
Huh. I did not know they were a mess. I didn't watch them.
Yeah, I don't think that, mess, maybe that's too much, but we're not going to tell you that kind of stuff. We're going to tell you interesting stuff
Since we just
that
did.
matters to us. Eric, what do you have for the news today?
This is beautiful. This is something I would actually enjoy doing. Okay, check this out. On April 16th, Beethoven will meet Kanye West.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
The fire
We're
is
doing
going.
this. This is happening, people.
This is happening.
Another piece of news with Kanye West.
Here we go. You ready for this?
Hit it.
When a 70-piece orchestra mashes up and reimagines the work of two artists. The program is part of the Great Music Series hosted by the Young Musicians Foundation. It is co-curated by the conductor Yuga Kohler and the arranger Stefan Feinbaum. Beethoven.
All right,
I'm loving it.
yep,
I'm loving
yep.
it. Aims to show the commonalities between the seemingly dissimilar artists. As a voiceover on their little YouTube thing says, obviously, they work within very different traditions. Their willingness to ruthlessly upend tradition and their influence on larger culture cannot be overstated.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what
His
to say
head's
to
going to
this.
explode. Watch this.
I
His head's
don't know
gonna
what
explode.
to say to this.
The concert will feature 6 works by Beethoven and 6 works from West's Yeezus that will be juxtaposed and spliced together by the orchestra live. It will be put on for free at the I'm going to mess this up. Aratani Theater, the Japanese American Cultural and Community Center in Los Angeles.
So this isn't necessarily Kanye's not performing, is he? Or is he?
No. This is just
So they're
the
taking
orchestra.
his work. Are they going to?
It's the ultimate mashup. They're mashing up Beethoven and Kanye. I would actually enjoy this. I would actually enjoy putting these two together.
That seems very interesting.
This would be fun.
Now, Yeezus is not Kanye's latest album. It's the one right before that.
Is it? I thought it was 2 before.
Possibly. I think you're right. I think it's 2 before.
What do I know?
Yeah.
So,
Very
awesome.
interesting. That's
It's gonna be
interesting.
fun.
Yeah. All right.
Who knew that Beethoven was also the voice of a generation?
Beethoven.
I'm the
Great
voice
stuff.
I bet he's walking around Vienna going, I'm the voice of a generation, fools. And
Yeah.
all the newspapers were like, you will not believe what Beethoven is doing next. And instead of the OMG back then, they probably said,
All right. I'm seeing all this.
OMG.
Yeah. They're saying something. Oh, man. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
a cultural mashup. I can respect that. And as a person who is trying to become a fan of rap, I can see how this might be a fun, interesting crossover. And
it fits because
pull young people into kind of the classical world and pull old people
Beethoven
into
married the
rap world.
Baroness, Maria von Treska, who was very famous for, her lewd acts in Vienna theater. And so it's very similar to what Kanye has done. Okay, I'm just making this up.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, this is historic stuff. I don't know. That's pretty impressive. Man. All right. I have some stuff.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Batman versus Superman, I can't recommend it high enough. I've seen this movie 3 times.
One might say you are obsessed.
I'm a little obsessed with it. I've been doing nothing but watching all of the Dark Knight trilogy and seeing reading comic books. I've been Batman crazy. Anyways, but I think this is interesting because there were 2 composers for the score for the movie. Hans Zimmer, who also did the Man of Steel, and composer Junkie XL. Which is kind of a crazy name. Like we saw it just kind of go across.
Junkie XL.
Like right at the very beginning, it was like, and Hans Zimmer, Junkie XL. And my wife was like, Junkie XL? And he sounds like he would be like a rap artist or something, but he's not. He seems to be a regular composer. And the interesting thing was that Hans Zimmer also did the Dark Knight trilogy. So he did all of the theme work for Batman and the Dark Knight and Batman Begins and all that stuff.
Right.
And
I like Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And he got absolutely, not sick of it, but he didn't think that he could differentiate enough between the Dark Knight and Batman versus Superman. So he brought on Junkie XL to do all the Batman side the composing, and he took care of all the Superman side of it. So I thought that was really interesting. I
like that.
Bringing on someone to collaborate in that way and being honest about I don't know if I could really not rewrite the same stuff I did for the Dark Knight for Batman versus Superman. And that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He also said he's retiring. He's done. No more superhero movies for Hans Zimmer.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's done. He's
especially
been doing
looking at the
long
superhero
time.
Schedule. There's
it's insane.
It's like nothing but superheroes for the next 20 years.
DC has got a huge thing that they're doing to put all this stuff together. I think it's really interesting.
Well, they want to compete with Marvel and all this stuff.
Well, compete or tell interesting stories. You can look at it a couple of different ways.
No, they're getting creamed by Marvel.
It's a competing thing.
Yeah. So they're like, how dare you bring Avengers out? We need Justice League immediately. Hurry. Write a horrible movie and get it out. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I haven't seen it yet.
Ouch. I definitely think it's a multi-viewing experience. You got to see it a few times. The first time
all the love.
I was frustrated. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. I went back, watched part of Man of Steel, and I was like, oh, that's right. These are slow movies. Then I went to go see it again the second time and absolutely loved it.
I don't remember Man of Steel being slow.
Oh, Man of Steel is extremely slow. It is very slow.
Really?
You'll have to come over and watch it. And then we'll go see Batman vs. Superman.
Okay.
You and me, man.
What's your definition of slow? Mine is
slow.
Schindler's List?
Well, it's slower. Let's say it's not I don't know what it's like. Never mind. To me,
Shakespeare in Love.
To me, Man of Steel, and lots of critics agree, it's a slower approach to a Superman story, and Batman versus Superman takes a very similar approach in a good way.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's a good thing. Anyways,
okay.
And I'm out with that.
Okay. Last bit of news. I actually saw this in an advertisement when I was waiting for the comedian Brian Regan. Big thing popped up on the fancy screens. 90s hip-hop and R&B stars are coming together for a packed tour. I Love the 90s tour kicks off in April now and runs through October.
Oh, okay.
I Love the 90s. Now, I felt old.
Isn't that a VH1 series?
I know, right? It actually.
Is anybody old enough out there to remember that?
Okay, so listen to who they got for this. This is pretty cool.
Who is it?
I might check this out.
Is Vanilla Ice on there?
That was actually the first one. Vanilla Ice, Coolio, Kid and Play, Salt and Pepper are just a few of the acts, including Biz Markie, Color Me Bad, All for One, Rob Bass, Tone Loc, Young MC, Cool Mo D. But they're missing one very important 90s pseudo rapper.
Who?
Think, Art. Who is missing from this list? Think. Who is the most...
You're asking the wrong person.
Who's the most
I'm doing my best here.
influential voice of the 90s?
Influential.
And by influential, I mean...
Ice Cube?
He made you wear a certain type of pants.
Oh, yeah. MC Hammer.
Yeah!
Yeah, dude. That would be awesome.
If MC Hammer joined this, I would totally be on that.
That'd be so great if MC Hammer was part of that.
Yeah.
I would love it.
That was the very first concert I ever went to.
Yeah. Oh,
I was
that's
a kid.
so cool.
Yeah.
Your parents let you go to that. That's awesome.
No, my dad took us.
He took you.
Yeah. And then afterwards,
Dude,
he was like...
how cool is that?
It was entertaining. He's a good entertainer.
Oh, man. You can't get a better review from a parent.
Yeah,
than
later
that.
I did not
great.
realize that was code for I hated it, but at least he entertained you kids.
Yeah. At least I didn't have to entertain you or something.
Yeah, so I took two friends and we went to MC Hammer,
cool,
Boise,
man.
Idaho, baby.
Yeah, MC Hammer would be a definite addition to that concert list. I just want to see a concert of just like the chill concert. So Vanilla Ice, Iced Tea, Ice Cube. Cool.
All right.
No, never going to happen?
No.
Come on, it's a whole motif thing.
For some reason, I was thinking chill. Like, I want to see Enya and Yanni.
Yanni. I've not remembered Yanni for so long.
I haven't heard that name.
The first time I saw Yanni or I heard Yanni, I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever. And I think everyone feels that way about Yanni the first time they heard them back in the 90s. They're like, he's so amazing. And look, he's playing so many different keyboards and he's got so many different things. And he's directing the orchestra at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, that orchestra was not being directed by anybody. They knew what they were doing. They didn't need someone to wave at them. And Yanni was an okay keyboardist. I'm going to go with that.
He changed my life forever. I will forever. Actually,
he changed my life for a little bit.
I haven't heard a single thing he's
done.
For
a little while. You've never heard Yanni?
Did you know?
That's your homework. Go home and listen to Yanni.
Enya has sold over 100 million copies of her, or 100 million albums, whatever. And she has never been on tour. Not once.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Crazy,
impossible.
Right?
How do you do that?
Crazy, right?
Well, that's amazing. Well, we are not going on tour. We're just moving on to the next subject.
We should.
Yeah.
Talking about noise on tour.
Take it on tour.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, well, we're barely able to get on YouTube, so we'll definitely take it on tour when we're ready.
We'll go to a place and no one will show up.
It'll be a super secret, event.
Yeah. So, production segment today?
Yeah, let's go for it. Here we
Yay.
go. So I released my new video, which I'm really excited about because it takes me forever to get anything released. It's been 3 months since
exhausting.
I put it just takes a lot of work to put it out there. And I just, when you're the audio engineer and the cameraman and the director and the performer and everything, it's a lot of work. So I said, screw it. And I put up a GoPro on my desk and I just recorded myself. I just went for it.
He said, screw it, and he screwed it. And there we go. We're here.
It came together. So some of the things we're going to talk about today, and I'm not really sure where this conversation is going to go. We're just going to talk about, because you're kind of doing you're supporting yourself in your music. So you're the one musician and you're supporting yourself through kind of a looping application. And this is how I did this one as well. So I looped through several times and I recorded all the different loops, and then I had the solo on top of it, and that's how it went. This is actually a brass quintet, so 5 brass instruments,
all played by Art.
All played by me.
It's an artet.
That's right.
I just
What?
coined that phrase.
An artet? That's interesting. Anyways,
Okay, it wasn't that good.
down here below, and I'm pointing to nothing, but it's going to be there, is going to be a link to the video.
Then don't say you're pointing to nothing. Say down here. It's going to be right here.
Down here
I will
is
go
going
with
to
it.
be a link to the video. And that's going to be your job. You have to take care of all that stuff. We share production responsibilities here. I do all the stuff that actually puts the music or the audio and the video together, and Eric does everything to make it actually work. So that's what happens.
I don't do any. I just come and make wisecracks that aren't that funny.
Yeah, that's what makes it work.
There we go.
He's so good.
So these are pre-recorded. So you recorded them already, and then you're replaying them with them.
So here's how it worked, and I think this is an interesting thing to go through. Thank you for the question, because again, I don't really have a direction here.
It's like
We're just going to go through.
It's like, oh my gosh,
He's
you won't
gonna
shut
help
up.
me upload. So what I did is I used the Jam Man Looper pedal by Digitech, and it has a microphone input.
Yes.
I actually use this microphone here, the Heil PR30B, which is a great, it's a large diaphragm dynamic. It's great for all brass instruments. So I thought, just use one, make it easy for myself. I plugged it into the
Write
Jam
that down,
Man.
people. Heil, good for brass instruments
right.
when you're recording brass.
And then it has a 1/4-inch instrument out, which I plugged directly into my interface.
the Jam Man Looper pedal.
So it went microphone, Jam Man to the interface, and then onto one single track. So everything was recorded on one track.
Okay.
That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
Is doing this. Now, I was thinking maybe I'll set up another microphone and just capture the actual instrument in its time instead of, because when you're capturing the Jam Man and what you're playing at that time, you're capturing everything, the vertical slice, all of the loops.
Yes.
So you have to have that right. And it is possible to set up another microphone that just catches the loops as you play them. Then you could splice them up and kind of reorganize them in a different way. So you could apply effects to one track, let's say the tuba track or the trumpet, the flugelhorn track. I use a flugelhorn instead of a trumpet on this one.
He just wanted to say that.
Flugelhorn, flugelhorn. I don't know what it is about that word. It's such a cool word.
It is.
Yeah.
Flugel.
We're going to flugelhorn this up, yo.
It works so well. You keep saying it. It's
so many
so
ways.
good.
So if you do that, you can splice it up and you can relayer things in your DAW. So that's one option, and I didn't go that way this time. This time I made it simple. Everything that went through the Jam Man got recorded on one track. Now this means that dynamics were really important. So I had to mix myself as I was playing, or else I could get one part that was too loud versus another part, and it would just, it would not sound good.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, this is, so there's just one out.
Yeah, just one out. We're just recording one thing.
So you mess up one thing and it's all messed up.
Yeah.
You can't mess up.
Well, there's a couple levels here because I did actually go through and edit out the instrument changes. So for instance, I played the tuba loop. I got that going. Right. And then I picked up the euphonium, which is a tiny tuba. You'll see it on the video.
You're just showing off now.
I don't know. All of a sudden I'm realizing I could have gone tuba, trumpet, and trombone, but I did the cool names of those types of instruments.
The flugelhorn,
yeah.
the euphonium, and the super tuba.
I could have called it a bass. That's what they call it in Great Britain, is a bass. Anyway, doesn't matter because here we go.
Okay.
I did edit out those things. So when I got the very first loop that worked, I edited both the video and the audio together. I grouped them together and then I had them synced. So for instance, and if you're on YouTube, you'll see my Reaper session here of how I did this.
No way. That's
awesome. You'll see in the window over here, just a little tiny window of the video itself. So here we go. Here's just the very beginning of it. And that's the loop. That's
Oh,
the
you've played this
loop.
before.
This is a song that I played before, and this is like the actual get it done, put it together. This is the song that it belongs to.
Make a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
So this is a riff that I've been working on, and actually I've showed it on this show in a different key. I had to transpose it and stuff to make it work.
And I showed off on another show,
That's
and then I took it on a
right.
trade show.
I just did all this stuff, and it was amazing, and I'm so cool. I'm not. I'm not cool. I play tuba. I can't possibly be cool. I've met some pretty cool tuba
say,
players.
I play the flugelhorn, therefore I am cool.
Therefore, the coolness just emanates from
Those
me.
two go together. Flugelhorn.
All right. So at this point, I put down my tuba. I've got a good loop, and it's running, right, on the Jam Man. It's looping through. So I'm going to add in 3 more loops on top of this to get my full loop, how do you say this, orchestration. Okay, so the first one is with the euphonium, which is kind of a tiny tuba. It's a more tenor sounding thing, so you'll hear that here. Now we're going to hear the flugelhorn. So again, I put the euphonium down. I picked up the flugelhorn. So this isn't happening one right after another. I have a little bit of time where the loop runs through as I'm recording this, and then I'm going to edit it out later.
Oh, okay.
So that helps a little bit as you switch instruments. If you're switching instruments, is just to leave it running, record it, and then realize, hey, I am going to slice this up and get that going. Now, the interesting thing about slicing is that when you get your very first loop and you slice it up, you've got to take it from the very, very beginning of that first note.
So true.
And you have to go all the way to that exact same point, very beginning of the first note again. Yep. You don't want to do the end of the last note because you may have some space.
Yep. Right on.
Man, I love this guy. Thank you so much for being there for me.
All right, go.
I don't think you guys understand. Like, just generally in my life, Eric is there, comes by every afternoon for a couple hours, just goes, yeah, brother, you're so good. Yeah, good job. All right, here we go. Okay, flugelhorn first, and I used the flugelhorn. I did 2 loops with that. So we're going to hear first the first one, and then the second one layered on top. So here that goes. So one of the things you'll notice there is that everything is very almost sparse. I want I want to do many loops, and I want these loops to kind of try to interact with each other. So instead of like filling it up with nothing but, solid activity, I'm trying to kind of say, all right, this guy's going to do this little thing, and this is how the next instrument or the next loop is going to interact with that. And I find that interesting and helpful when I do loops. There you go. All right. Then in the video, and if you're on YouTube, you'll see this over here in the corner. I've got all 4 of me playing right here, all kind of split up in the 4. And the nice thing about Reaper, of course, is that it does all this video editing. So I can do all my audio and my video in the same thing. So here is all 4 of them with that little 4 square thing going on. All right, and we're just about to get into the actual solo section of this where I, on the euphonium, kind of take over and start doing some solo stuff.
Dude, it's a hot euphonium solo.
Hot, yeah.
Wow.
All right. So one of the interesting things about, here on Reaper, I noticed if I get 4 videos going all at the same time, the whole computer just goes, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of...
And it just kind of, and I think that would be pretty much on anything. So I trust that it's doing it, and I do little render tests. So I will actually highlight that section, go and render it out and view the render of it, and it renders into MOV form, and then I can see that, hey, this is working properly. It will work properly later on.
Every program and every computer has a problem with that. Matter of fact, I've got a 8-core processor, like 3-something gigahertz. Like, it's ridiculous, and it still struggles.
Yeah, a big part of that also is streaming stuff off the hard drive as well. Just getting that data off the hard drive. So I think an SSD drive would probably help with that. Work. But that's a different podcast. That's the go over there to the tech podcast, the
Tech Geeks podcast,
Fix Your Computer podcast.
Yes, because that's a thing.
Okay, so here we go with the solo. And what I'm going to do here, and I'm kind of talking about the video editing too, because it's definitely intended for YouTube. I didn't just do this to play with it. It went on YouTube. It's on YouTube. You can go down there and find it. And so you're going to see me kind of go back and forth between the 4 players and going back to the actual euphonium solo. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to play a little bit of the euphonium solo here. I'm going to back up just a little bit. And, when we get tired of it, I'll stop, and then that'll be it. Here we go. And I'm just going to stop there because you should go and watch the video.
Just go watch the video.
Just go watch the video. Just go watch it. It's on YouTube. You can go find it.
It's what, 3 minutes long?
Yeah, it's like
something.
Almost 4 minutes long.
Something long.
It's only a little bit of your time. If you're watching this show, you will love
I'm busy.
That YouTube video.
I got a lot going on.
I know you're not going to go watch it. I'm okay with that. Just kidding.
Because I'll leave a mean comment. The euphonium player was pretty cool, but that tuba player is awful. He's awful.
The tuba player stinks, but everyone else is fine.
Everyone else was great.
So anyways, I think looping is a very interesting way, especially if you're with yourself, trying to get some music put together, like start learning how to loop. And at some point we need to do kind of an analysis of that new plugin you're using, Playtime, for Reaper.
Yeah. So thanks to
like Ableton,
the Reaper
right?
blog. Yeah. So I started using Ableton Live. Sorry, Abletonists out there. I hate Ableton. I hate it. I can't use it.
Not your cup of tea.
Just the entire way it's structured, the way they designed it, the look, the feel, everything about it bugs me. So I found this plugin called Playtime, which acts like the scene view or the sequence view on Ableton. So maybe we'll talk about that too, because that's same kind of thing. Only slightly different. It's designed to, you can trigger loops with MIDI notes or MIDI control notes. And then you can trigger entire scenes altogether. So I'm designing it so it will, it'll run a bunch of stuff through Machina. So Machina will be playing while I play at the same time. I'm still working out the details. Yeah, still kind of complicated. I'm also using the Mobius looper.
Oh, okay.
So instead of using a looper pedal, I use Mobius inside of Reaper, and that gives you 6 additional looping channels.
Oh, okay.
That do not record, that do not use Reaper as the DAW. It almost like it acts as its own separate DAW.
So you just need like a VST host to be able to reuse it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a VST.
Yeah.
And you can run it on its own too.
Oh, very cool.
And each of the 6 channels has 4 potential looping
mechanisms.
No,
options.
Yeah, options.
Abilities.
We'll say. So I'm just barely getting into it, and I'm just like, this is a lot of looping stuff. There's a lot that goes into this. It's really complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. I think it's worthwhile to get into, but it does take a little bit of work to.
Yeah, if you're going to do something like Ed Sheeran does.
Yeah,
where all he does is loop. loop, yo. So that's where we're at.
All right. Here we go. Picks of the week, man.
Picks of the week. This is your chance to go support new artists.
That's right.
And learn how cool we are because we are ahead of the curve in picking new artists.
We are so ahead of the curve.
So ahead. We're so awesome that we are giving you brand new music to learn and listen to.
Yeah.
All right.
So my first total freak out here is about the No BS Brass Band. And they are just awesome.
Boy, you're going brass these days.
I'm a brass player. What do you? I'm really interested in brass stuff.
Interesting.
Anyway, if you ever in marching band or something and you heard that wall of brass, that's how these guys sound, and they've got this very, very cool drummer, and it sounds awesome. So here is that example. 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's really funny.
There's just a lot of energy in that yell right there. It's just you're not expecting it all of a sudden. So
my
yeah,
goodness.
the No BS Brass Band, it's awesome. And the tuba player, he doesn't play a concert tuba that's sitting here, or sitting like this, or a sousaphone that goes around you, and he's playing what they call a contrabugle or a convertible tuba, and the whole thing sits up on his shoulder like a cannon, and he plays it like cool. This, and it's forward facing, and it is massive. And it's just so cool. I don't even know how he plays it like that.
That'd be fun to see live, actually.
It is way fun to see them live. They got a ton of videos on YouTube, so go watch them and go buy their album, because holy smokes, man, that is some cool stuff. Very cool.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
All right, Eric.
Oh, I'm so excited about mine. I'm more excited than you are.
Hey, sounds great. Be excited.
Whatever.
I might be more excited than you.
No, I am.
It might happen. All right.
Okay, so back in 2000.
Oh man,
year 2000.
So long ago.
So this is 16 years ago. I was actually living in Austria, and there was.
I love how we start this segment off by we're bringing you the brand new, cutting edge,
I know,
the best of the best.
And
all right, now 16 years ago, I used to live in Austria.
Yeah.
And while I was
there was this all-girl group that was very popular at the time.
Right.
Their name was All Saints. They really didn't make it big in America. They kind of did, not really, but they were huge in Europe. They were everywhere.
Okay.
So I finally had the chance to listen to it, and I was like, I love this girl group, but I was ashamed because it was an all-girl group.
So are they back together? Are they still together?
Would you spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the worst.
So in secret, I would listen to all their albums. Finally, someone called me out and was like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Don't. Whatever, don't." And they're like, "All Saints? What is this? This is an all-girl group. I thought you were a rocker, man." I was like, "I am. This what?
Girls can rock."
So they're like a pop. It's pure pop.
Sure, whatever. Girls can pop.
Girls can pop.
I don't know. I've known a few pop singers in my day who just happened to be girls, women.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We verbified rock, so
why not pop and rap? Well, I guess we have verbified pop and lock. Why not pop and rap, right?
Pop and lock. Pop and lock, fools. Pop and lock.
Pop and lock. All right.
They're having a breakdance fight.
Come on, guys. Come on. Grab that cardboard box. Come on.
So anyway, they broke up because
they were an all-girl band. No.
And they couldn't make a decision on what direction the band should go, so they decided to quit.
If they could only pick one direction, they would have been fine.
And so they were just like, well, we can't make a decision. Let's just break up. And finally, 16 years later, 16 years, they are back together.
They are back.
And I accidentally found them on YouTube.
16 years later.
16 years later.
That's so cool.
And I was listening to it and watching the video, and I'm like, they don't look like they've aged a day.
Oh, that's so cool.
Although that was the first thing I thought. Not their music is cool. Shallow.
Yeah, a little bit of shallowness there, but you know.
But at the same time, I was impressed.
You know, there's a lot of people living very, very, very healthily, you know, drinking green smoothies. And so the aging thing isn't happening as much. I don't know. I'm just talking here.
So that's the thing now?
It's been the thing for
You
like
and your
3 years, man.
Juicing.
Dude, I've been drinking green smoothies for like 3 years. It hasn't affected my weight at all, but I definitely feel better.
I'm going to live till I'm like 120 because of the green smoothies.
Dude, I don't think that at all. In fact, I'm hoping around 79. I think it's a good age.
Oh.
All right, back to All Saints. They're back together.
Yes, and I love them.
Their music is awesome.
And I love them, and I'm not going to be ashamed anymore. I'm not going to be held hostage by your demands. So I'm coming out of the closet.
It's 2016. Nobody cares. All right, here they are.
Silently numb, I'm waiting for the storm to come. I'm waiting for the storm to come. Listen to your load that gun. I'm waiting for the storm to come. And with one strike, my world lights up in a fire. I call it a sign. Don't need hindsight.
I agree. They are worth listening to. That's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So they've been releasing stuff on YouTube. I don't know if their album is actually out because I can't find it.
Maybe they're not doing an album. Maybe they're just doing singles.
No,
Maybe
I'm pretty sure they're doing an album because
they're
they're
putting an
like
album
they have a
together?
scheduled time released for all these YouTube videos. So I'm pretty sure they're just building hype. But I
16
can't
years of
wait
hype.
till I can listen to the whole thing. So when it comes out, listen to it, All Saints, because their song "Pure Shores" is the song that got me, and it was on the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. When he was like
What?
16 years old.
Leonardo DiCaprio and that one chick, Claire
Danes?
Claire Danes. She was on that,
She
right?
was not on the beach.
She was on. She was in Romeo.
That was Titanic.
Romeo and Juliet. no, Claire Danes was not on Titanic. That was Kate Winslet.
Oh, right.
Claire Danes.
No, you're
and
talking about
Leonardo
Romeo and
DiCaprio
Juliet.
was in Romeo and Juliet. All right, folks, you can catch us at talkingaboutnoise.blogspot.com. Email us at talkingaboutnoise@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter, Artmore Studios. Eric is on Twitter.
At I am the swoop. All I tweet is about the podcast these days.
Yeah.
Although I'll start twittering more.
Yeah, we need to have like a Twitter war or something. We just need some support for that.
Like who's the funniest?
Anyway. I'm also on Instagram at Artmore Studios. Yeah, check out my new YouTube video.
He's on YouTube with videos.
Yeah,
check out his videos.
My brass video. See if you like it. See if you agree that it's amazing.
That brass is amazing. Although that band you showed was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
all right, folks.
Till next time. Good night and good luck. No, that's already been taken.
All right.
Sweet dreams and good night.
Sweet dreams and sweet treats. No?
No, a little creepy.
Oh, okay.
Fade to black.